talk to a young man who is riding high off his debut album called 26 Years, where not only does he provide vocals, but he's a multi-instrumentalist. He plays alto, tenor, and soprano sax, flute, and also keyboards. For all I know, he also engineered, mastered, and produced the album as well. But he is a one-man band, but he's really not, because he's got some very talented people working with him. He's performed live all over the tri-state area, and he's also dabbled in television as well, as his group's music was featured in the series finale of an NBC show called Lipstick Jungle. The man I'm speaking of is Nick Stefanacci, and he is the leader of the Nick Stefanacci Band, and he joins me right now on 88.3 FM WAER to talk about, among other things, 26 years. How you doing there, Nick?
I'm great, Eric. Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing fine. How have things been going for you? I know you had the CD release at the bitter end, right? At the very end of January?
Yes, we did. It was a great show. A lot of people, a lot of great energy, so it was a lot of fun.
Now, I mentioned, and I actually got this right from your bio on your webpage. We should throw out the webpage, by the way, nsblive.com. You can learn info on the band and tour information and how you can purchase 26 Years. But, yeah, right in the bio it said that you've performed live hundreds of times, and you've played various venues in New York City, venues that everybody has heard of, like Birdland and the Bitter End. But you've also played in Miami and Hawaii and Atlantic City. When you are, like, say, 10, 15 minutes right before a show, what's going through your head? Because I'm not a performer. I mean, I do my radio show, that's one thing, but you've performed in front of live crowds your whole career, and you're going to continue to do so. What's the mindset like before you're about to take the stage for a show, whether it be the CD release party or whether it be, some other jazz concert, for instance, when you opened for Johnny Mathis with your group Jazz Patrol? What's going through your mind 15 minutes before, you're about to, it's showtime?
Sure, that's a great question. It's a whole lot of anxiety. The nerves are running, they're running high, and you're just counting down the seconds and the minutes until it's time to hit that stage and do what you've been preparing to do your entire life. It's very exciting, and it's funny because undoubtedly there's always a situation or a scenario that comes up 10 minutes before a show, and you just kind of have to deal with it and get your mind clear and get your thoughts focused to go out there and do what you love to do and do your passion. And
when did you first realize that music, I know it's a cliched question, but for you, obviously everybody has a different story to tell, but for Nick Stefanacci, when did you first feel the passion of music? Was it a particular artist that you heard? Was it a concert you went to? When did you know that music was in your blood and it was going to be your calling?
I was very fortunate that most of my family, like my uncles, my father, my grandfather, they always were in music, whether they were performing or just rehearsing with bands or just listening to music. So, I grew up with the Beatles on, Sunday mornings, and just always around music. So I was very fortunate to have that be a part of my life. But I think the defining moment for me when I really wanted to get serious about it and do it full time was when I was like 15 or 16. I started playing and sitting in with the Derek Trucks Band, and that was just incredible stuff because here I am. My dad's driving me to gigs because I can't drive yet. It's school nights, and I'm going out to clubs in my local area to sit in with Derek Trucks, and walking past a bouncer and walking past a line of people and just walking into a place and then, being able to talk with the beautiful bartenders at, like 15 and 16. That was kind of the jump off point to say, let's try to do this and let's try to make this happen because this is a very cool lifestyle.
It's unbelievable that you were doing this, that you were sitting in with Derek Trucks, and I mean, people who know the name Derek Trucks and his band know how phenomenal an artist that he is, and here you were as a kid who wasn't even driving yet, getting a chance to rub elbows with Derek and his band. Now, you also, correct, played live with the Four Tops?
Yes, that was a couple shows that we did down at Atlantic City a couple years back, down at Harrah's room down there, and that was, man, they sing and they dance. It's unbelievable. That was such a great time. Let's
focus on the matter at hand, and that is the recording. 26 years. What I love about the music, your band has been classified as a 21st century sound that combines elements of Chicago and elements of Steely Dan, as well as obviously a lot of originality as well. You got some amazing players with guys like Cliff Hackford on drums and Tom Scazzano on guitar, and great keyboardist Roy Suter, Freddie Maxwell on trumpet. But how would you best describe the sound of your band? Would you say that's an accurate statement? Do you combine elements of those bands in your playing, or how would you best describe, for somebody that's going to sample some music on 26 years and they're not sure what they're about to listen to, how would you best prepare somebody for the sound of the Nick Stefanacci band? Where would you categorize it?
Thank God it's not a one-word answer, because I don't think it can be. Like I said, I grew up with music always on, always playing. So my influences are vast. I would definitely say that the Chicago and Steely Dan form fit it really well, because there's a whole lot of jazz improvisation throughout the album, and then definitely throughout the live show. And of course, the use of the horn section, that's definitely in the Chicago and Steely Dan mold. But I hear a little bit of Stevie Wonder with my music. I hear a little bit of the Beatles with just the intrinsic and intricacies of the music itself. I think people who are open to hearing something new will, they may not like it, it may not be their cup of tea, but they definitely will appreciate the musicianship and the work ethic that went into the album and into this band.
Now, this being that's a great answer, by the way.